Just when you think you have perfected all your answers for an interview, your potential new employer throws a crazy interview question your way. What do you do? Hi, I'm Debi Douma-Herren, HR consultant and career strategist with Freesumes.com. In this video, we'll share with you just how to answer those off-the-wall interview questions. Most interviews follow the same course. Questions about your previous work experience, qualifications, learned skills, and achievements aimed at checking if you are a good fit for the role. But when a company decides to throw in an odd question, they are seeing how quickly you can think on your feet. Although you can never quite tell what sort of uncommon interview questions you'll face during the interview, we do have some examples of potential questions, why they are asking the question, and how you should answer it. Let's start out with the question, if you were a car, what kind of car would you be? Instead of car, it could be anything else, so be prepared. Why do recruiters pose this oddball question? In most cases, they are trying to better understand your personality and self-perception levels. It's a bit of an interview icebreaker typically thrown in early in the conversation to probe your creativity and sense of humor. The simple answer to this question is, there is no right answer. One candidate may say themselves as a Lamborghini and the next as a four-wheel drive Jeep. What matters is the context you put it in. A good answer could go like this. I think I'm a mini Jeep hybrid. I can drive through challenging terrain without a hiccup, but also effective when driving around narrow city lanes. Now for the next strange interview question example. If there was a cat stuck at the top of a tree, how would you get it down? The purpose of this interview question is to test your analytical and critical thinking skills. Plus, it gives you the opportunity to illustrate your ability to think outside of the box. Again, there is no right answer to this question, but your choice of solution will reveal how you think and calculate should you be faced with a problem to overcome. Saying that you would call the emergency services because they have the right safety equipment and training to be able to rescue the cat may be appropriate. The interviewer will see that you have a safety-conscious mind and you are interested in doing the right thing. Now, our third question for you. I'm holding a fill-in-the-blank item such as coffee mug or pen. Sell it to me now. If you're applying for a sales position, most employers will want to hear a quick sales pitch from you. But what if you're applying for a non-sales related job? Again, this will be asked to see how well you think on your feet. The employer may want to see how flexible you are. This could be important if the company is looking for employees that can master different roles. Stepping into the role of another to fill a gap can be important for businesses, especially smaller companies with less staff. Here are two formulas to help you frame your response. The first is AIDA, short for attention, interest, desire, and action. A sample answer could be, your coffee mug is missing again. Did John or Sarah take it? What if you could prevent others from stealing your cup? Never again will a person borrow your cup because it now has your face printed on it. And the other type of response is PASS, short for problem, agitation, and solution. An example is, so you've wanted to write down my contact information, right? But your pen isn't working on this surface. However, this pen writes on every surface, even vertically, and it's only $2.99. Okay, now here's a doozy for you. What does brimborian mean? Or they may ask you another off-the-wall word or even a non-existing term. Typically, such questions are asked with a straight face in line with more common interview questions around your hard skills and software knowledge. The interviewer wants to see if you can honestly admit that you have no idea what it means. This is a quick question employers use to weed out candidates who have problems admitting their shortcomings or when people cannot be forthcoming with their manager. The only correct answer to such a weird job interview question is, I don't know, or I am not familiar with that word in this industry. Here's a good question to get you thinking. How many balls would fit in this room? This is a quirky, logical puzzle some recruiters like to ask to assess your problem-solving skills. You can often hear it for managerial, technical, and consulting positions. In most cases, the interviewer doesn't expect you to work out a precise number. Rather, they want to hear the chain of thoughts when solving this problem. Here's how you could approach such a question. Collect your data first. Ask the room's dimensions and the ball size. Are we talking tennis balls or basketballs? Next, ask if you're allowed to deflate the balls. This way, more can be fitted into a rectangular room effectively. Then apply some basic math. First, calculate the room's volume. Then estimate the diameter of a ball, say maybe 10 inches. That means approximately 1 ball per 1 cubic foot. Provide a ballpark answer. And our final weird interview question to help prepare you. How can you ensure that there's always milk in the fridge? There can be variations in terms of the products used, but the general premise is that you need to provide several solutions to the problem. The best answer to this weird interview question will depend on the position you're applying for. First, you'll have to decide if you plan to narrate the answer from the perspective of a fridge owner, which is a customer, someone using the milk, or a person responsible for supplying the milk. Depending on that, explain a system how you'll ensure milk supply and provide a walkthrough. For example, first I'll determine the average milk consumption rate and estimate the average restock needs. Let's say 2 gallons twice a week. This should suffice even if some of the milk gets perished or stolen. Then I'll program the delivery for Monday morning at 9:30 a.m. I'll notify the office manager and make that person responsible for picking up the delivery. Now, you may not be asked any weird questions during your next interview, but it always helps to be prepared for the unexpected. Remember, such questions are asked to test your ability to think on your feet or outside of the box. Many employers are looking for creative and problem-solving employees rather than well-trained robots that can only perform one task. Also, keep your sense of humor. It may be what you need to get through that interview. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and click subscribe to get more helpful tips.